So when we look at Ghost Wines, you know, this particular brand has beautiful packaging. It's got beautiful branding, you know, the label is so captivating when you see it. But this business only sells online. They do not have a physical presence. And so by not having a physical presence, the story of the brand and everything about this brand needs to be online and on point to compete in a market here in Australia where we have thousands upon thousands of brands that sell wine. So what was the problem for this business? The problem was that they had built a loyal following on Instagram with the help of great videos and the use of influencers. The main problem was the lack of consistency in sales. There was no real method of keeping constant communication with loyal followers of the brand on Instagram. But more importantly, it was the lack of sales. So when an influencer would talk about the brand, boom, sales would skyrocket. When there was no influencers talking about the brand, there would be no sales. And this is a problem. You cannot build a sustainable business without a sales engine. You need to have something that communicates effectively and that is bringing you consistently, that you know that if you do one thing, more customers will come. And that's what we were able to achieve. So the proposed solution that we had was to create a chatbot to engage Ghost Wine customers, to create engaging conversations using the chatbot, to use an influencer, in this case it was South Aussie, with Cozzy, to promote the brand and utilize the chatbot on a weekly basis to offer updates, promotions, specials, recipes that go well with the Ghost Wine range. Compared to Instagram marketing and previous email marketing that they had done, to give you a concept about how bad the email marketing was doing, it was getting about 6% open rate. And so even the most loyal of customers that had already bought were only opening the email 6%. And when we moved to chatbot, everything changed. So you can see here from this particular post, we had 1,600 comments and over 607 shares. Let me show you some of the other things that we did. 554 comments and 37 shares. We have 498 comments and 20 shares and 189 likes on this particular post. Up until before us, they were lucky to get 20 comments. They were lucky to get 50 likes on their post. And why? I will explain why and why it's been so effective. When we look at this particular one, you know, we had 1.1 thousand comments. It was crazy, the comments that we had. And so the strategy that we built was to gain the followers, gain the trust of the business owners and the customers, put them into the chatbot, and then once they were subscribed to the chatbot, on a random Tuesday night, you would get a message from the chatbot saying, hey, what are you cooking tonight? And it'd give them a couple more options. And those options would be lamb, chicken, or pork. When that person clicked on the chatbot, that particular option, it would suggest to them that, hey, if you're cooking lamb tonight, this particular wine from our range works perfect with that meal. Why don't you click here and purchase this particular product? And so the simplicity and the engaging way that we were able to communicate to the customers like we had never been able to communicate with the customers before this chatbot solution skyrocketed the business. We will look at, they pivoted recently due to COVID-19 to produce hand sanitizers instead of producing wine. They made $25,000 of sales in 1 hour. That's how crazy it went, because they got 168 comments and 56 shares on their Facebook strategy. Plus all 2,000 chatbot subscribers got told about this, and instantly everyone, they sold out of this particular product. That's how effective chatbots are in 2020. And so I could go all night sharing you this, you know, what we did for this brand, what it meant for them, how it impacted their business, and how they now have a tool that every time the chatbot sends out a broadcast message to the users, it's sales. Every time the chatbot gives updates about upcoming wines that are coming out in 3 or 4 months' time, videos educating customers that, hey, this year we're going to have this range, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Having the 90% open rate that they get from messenger marketing has completely changed how this business is utilizing social media to be effective in communicating and selling to its audience. It's incredible. And so what is the result? The result from the chatbot marketing is that the Facebook page went from 1,400 likes to 7,593 in 4 months. It's more now. 90% open rate. Increase in social media engagement by 490%. And a sales volume increase of 400x with 2,105 chatbot subscribers and growing every single day. Incredible results, but why? And that's why we don't, like, the key here was that it was so successful because it was fun. It was engaging to the customer. It was appealing to them because they were receiving information that was tailored to them. When they received the information, it was simple what they needed to do next to purchase from this company. And when they weren't being told about things that they could buy, the chatbot was engaging. It was communicating with them, telling the brand story, telling updates about the company, cool pictures of the bottle being placed in different locations around Australia. This is what drove this amazing result. And as an agency and as a communicator that I am, it was so satisfying to see people connected to this brand more than ever and to see the results that we were able to achieve for this brand. So thank you for listening.